All right, Knicks fans, we need to talk about this because I genuinely cannot believe we're getting a second shot at this guy. Remember last summer? Remember when the front office actually put a one-year deal on the table for Ben Simmons, and he turned it down? He walked away from New York to take a year off and heal his body and mind. And look, I get injuries are real, mental health is real. I'm not here to dunk on a guy for prioritizing his health. But as a fan, that stung. We wanted him here. We saw the potential. And instead, we watched him disappear for an entire season while we were figuring out our front court rotation with duct tape and prayers. But here's the thing that's got me fired up today. Simmons is back. He posted on Instagram that he wants back into the league, and multiple teams are reportedly already sniffing around him. And before you roll your eyes and say, why would we want a guy who can't shoot? Just hold on a second, because I want to break down why this actually makes a ton of sense for us specifically, and why if we don't at least try this time, I'm going to be furious. Let's start with the obvious. We are the defending champs. We have a roster spot open. We have minimum salary flexibility. And everybody who follows this team closely knows we're about to run a full-blown center battle at training camp next month. Up to 8 guys are expected to come through and compete for that third big man spot. 8 guys. So tell me why Ben Simmons, a former number 1 overall pick, a guy who's made multiple all-defensive teams, shouldn't be one of those 8 bodies we bring in to compete. Now, let's talk about what he actually brings, because I think people forget how physically gifted this man is. 6'10", 240 pounds. That's center size. That's power forward size. And even though he built his whole career as a point guard, that frame means he can guard multiple positions down low. His defensive instincts are elite. We know this. We've seen it. The guy can guard 1 through 5 when he's engaged and healthy. That's exactly the kind of switchable, versatile defender that fits what Mike Brown wants to build. And yes, before you come at me in the comments, I know the shooting is a disaster. Career 13.9% from 3. Less than 10% of his career shot attempts have even come from outside the paint. It's rough. It's really rough. Nobody's pretending he's suddenly going to start knocking down corner threes. But here's what people keep underrating. This man is one of the best passers we have seen at his size, ever. Career average over 7 assists a game. 7 from a guy his size. That's absurd. Think about how Mike Brown wants this offense to move. Constant off-ball movement, constant cutting, constant read, and react. Now imagine plugging in a 6 feet 10 inches point forward who can grab a rebound and immediately push it, who can run a 5-out with 4 shooters around him, who can find the open man before the defense even rotates. That's a nightmare matchup problem for opposing defenses, especially off the bench. And it takes pressure off Jalen Brunson. Every possession where Brunson doesn't have to be the primary ball handler, where he can relocate and catch and shoot instead of grinding through a pick and roll for the 10th time that quarter. That's a possession where our MVP candidate saves energy for winning time. So why does this make me mad? Because we already tried once. We already saw the value here internally. Front office already liked the idea enough to offer him a deal last summer. This isn't some random speculation. This is a front office that clearly believed in the fit. And now he wants back in, and multiple teams are already circling. If we let this slip through our fingers a second time, because we're too cautious or too slow to move, that's on us. That's a self-inflicted wound. Look, at the absolute minimum, bring him into camp. Invite him to compete. Let him fight for that center spot alongside everybody else. If it doesn't work, if the shooting is too much of a liability, if he can't stay healthy, fine, we move on, no harm done. But if it does work, if a former number 1 pick, former all-star, former all-defensive player is willing to come in on a minimum deal and fight for a roster spot on a championship team, that's exactly the kind of low-risk, high-reward swing a defending champion should be taking every single time. I'll be honest with you. As a fan, I want this front office to be aggressive here. I want them to reach out. I want them to make it clear that door is still open, because right now, this is a golden opportunity sitting right in front of us. And if we hesitate, some other team scoops them up, and we're left wondering what could have been. Again. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you want the Knicks to bring Ben Simmons into training camp? Are you as fired up about this potential fit as I am? Or do you think the shooting is just too big of a hole to ignore? Drop a comment below and tell me exactly where you stand, because I read every single one, and I want to see this discussion blow up. And if you're rocking with this channel, if you want more breakdowns like this one, more honest takes, more digging into every single roster move this team makes, hit that like button right now before you scroll away. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it tells me you want more Knicks content like this. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications, because training camp is right around the corner, and there is going to be a ton of news breaking in the next few weeks. You do not want to miss it. Let me know in the comments. Would you actually trust Ben Simmons in this locker room? Do you think Mike Brown could actually unlock something in him that other coaches couldn't? I want to hear your honest, unfiltered opinion. So drop it below. This front office has one job right now. Do not let this opportunity slip away twice. We already lost him once. We cannot afford to lose him again. Like this video if you agree. Comment your prediction on whether this actually happens, and I will see you in the next one with more Knicks coverage as this story develops.